All right, we're going to look at another example. Okay, we have the sum of 4 and a number is at least 20. So again, we're having to write an inequality that represents what is being written here. An inequality is two expressions with an inequality symbol in between them, letting you know which expression is greater than the other expression. Okay, so I need to figure out where my two expressions are. All right, so I have the sum of a number and 4 is at least 20. So this terminology here is at least. This is my inequality symbol, which means that everything over here is part of one expression, and everything over here is another expression. Okay, so I have an expression for the sum of 4 and a number that I need to write. I also need to write and rewrite my 20. And 20 is still an expression. It's, that's all we need on that right side. All right, so now I need to figure out the sum of 4 and a number. So we need to know that sum is a key word for addition. Okay? So I'm looking for the sum of 4 and a number. I don't know what this number is, so I can assign a variable to it. I'm going to give it the variable x. So I want the sum of 4 and x. So I would write that 4 plus x is at least. So now I'm going to pull out my chart again. So I pull out my chart and I look on my chart and I try to find the terms at least. I see it in this column here for the greater than or equal to symbol. Okay, and then I carry down my 20. And I just realized that I forgot to graph this one up here. So we'll graph them at the end of this example. Okay, so now again I have a one-step inequality. I need to isolate my x, and currently my x is being added to 4. Okay, so my inverse operation of addition is subtraction. So I am going to subtract 4 from both sides. Okay? What this does is it cancels this out, leaving me with x. Okay? I want to carry down my inequality symbol. And then I want to do the math. 20 minus 4 is 16. So I'm going to bring the 16 down. So what I have is x is greater than or equal to 16. Okay? So now I have, for the difference of a number and 5 is no more than 8. I found this to be my solution. X is less than or equal to 13. And then for the sum of 4 and a number is at least 20, I found my solution to be x is greater than or equal to 16. So now I want to graph these. Okay? So x less than or equal to 13. So on my number line, I'm going to have 13 circled. Okay? Now we look back to the inequality symbol to determine whether or not our circle is shaded and whether or not we're going to the right or to the left. Okay? So this symbol is a less than or equal to symbol, which means our answer choices could include 13. So therefore we shade in 13. And it says x is less than or equal to, which means that any value here needs to be less than 13. So the less than 13 is moving left on our number line because it includes 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and so on. Okay? Now for the next one, the sum of 4 and a number is at least 20. We found the solution to be x is greater than or equal to 16. So I know that I'm going to have a circle at 16. I'm going to refer back to my inequality to see whether or not that circle will be shaded and in which direction I fill the line. So x is greater than or equal to 16 means that we could use or have 16 as the solution. If I came back in here and I plugged 16 into 4 plus x greater than or equal to 20, 4 plus 16, then I get 20 is greater than or equal to 20. And this is a true statement. So 16 is a solution. So we need to shade in the circle. Okay? And now we look again, any value greater than or equal to 16. So it could be 17, 18, 19, 20, which means I need to shade my number line going right. Okay? So again, the difference of a number and 5 is no more than 8. We had to set up the inequality by looking at what this expression was in number format. It was x minus 5. We had to determine which inequality symbol to use, and then we had to solve for our solution, and then we graphed our solution. The sum of 4 and a number is at least 20. Again, we had to first set up the inequality based on what this expression looked like, what this meant as far as an inequality symbol, and having your other expression. We then had to solve, and we found our solution, and our solution was x was greater than or equal to 16, so we then graphed x is greater than or equal to 16.